Hello and welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name's Cordelia and I am a student at the University of Zurich. Last year and the last 2 semesters at the University of Zurich have been a bit of a wild one, so I've made a change again. And to be honest, I am very happy with that switch. I'm gonna make a video on how the switch happened, what did I do, how do I switch it, what is my end goal, how do I want to approach this. But that's gonna be a separate video at a different point of time. What I want to do today is to share with you what I've learned this week in my first week of philosophy lectures. Yay! I switched to philosophy. That sounded very sarcastic, but I actually mean it. So, I'm gonna try and make short videos of each week of where I quickly try and summarize what I've done in each subject. So you get a bit of an idea what one does as a hopefully soon official philosophy major, and also for me in retrospect be like, oh, these are the things I learned, and that if I forget something that I can look back on this and be like, oh yeah, this is what I did. So I'm going to be telling you about my modules I have this semester. The first module I have is theoretical philosophy, then I have critical thinking, I have practical philosophy, I have hermeneutics, I think that's how you say it, and logic 1. So my very first philosophy lecture was theoretical philosophy, and there we looked at what philosophy actually is in the theoretical idea. We read a text from Rosenberg, an introduction to philosophy. It helps you kind of synthesize what philosophy is and how you could potentially describe it. My second module of the week was critical thinking. There we looked at argument structures and how there are arguments, explanations, and conditional sentences, and how we can actually figure out which one is which. After that, I had practical philosophy. In practical philosophy, we got a first introduction to Hume. That was not the easiest text to start with. However, we looked at the is-ought gap, which is quite interesting, where you look at just because something is doesn't mean it ought to be. So it's also called the naturalistic fallacy, at least in German, you use it that way. And logic has not happened yet. Today I'll have my first logic lecture, so we're gonna see how that goes. So this is a bit of a introduction. Oh, and hermeneutics I also had, but that starts officially this week because we have like a kickoff in the evening. Feels like evening because it's like 6 till 8. And I already read the text where you look at different religious texts and how they have been interpreted and how they are interpreted now, and are they allowed to be interpreted in different ways, are they allowed to be translated, and so on and so forth. So that was fascinating to think about and know. So I am very excited. If you would be interested in a more in-depth explanation of what I'm doing, I'm happy to do that. I just kind of want to keep a record of what I'm doing at the moment, so I just have a little diary. Also, if you want any ideas on how to study or how to make notes, what kind of systems I use, just let me know. Also, this is my very first semester, so I'm figuring stuff out myself. I will be sharing my journey as much as possible. However, to me, it's most important that I do well at university, and the only thing I do want to keep up is these short little summaries. So I have an idea what I did, and you, if you want to study philosophy, also have an idea what may come. Probably every university does it a little bit different, but as far as I'm aware, most philosophy bachelor degrees kind of cover certain basic ideas. I may take you a little through my curriculum at some point, and I am very excited. So look forward to short little videos of me just telling you what I looked at. Probably not explaining exactly how it works because I'm still figuring that out most of the time myself. And yes, little bits and bobs. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye!